Hi everyone, I'm Eric, Community Manager here at Novarama.
And I'm David, Game Developer at Novarama.
And today we are going to play our E3 demo.
In this demo we will be fighting the Halloran, one of our 3 bosses. But first, we'll have to get there.
In this mission, one of our objectives is to protect the antenna. And here we can see our heroes defeating some mobs, some monsters, these Ariseas from Wasteland 7.
And as you can see here in Killsquad we have 4 different characters. What we're playing as right now is Cosmo, the Revenant, and is the tank of our party. But we also have Cass, the melee assassin with her blade and her stealth abilities, Troy, the gunslinger, a high DPS ranged character, and finally Zero, which is our healer in the team, which will be supporting the team with its heals and different kind of abilities.
Yeah, what I like about Zero is that it's not a full-on support. He has also DPS capability, because in Killsquad you can play with friends or you can play alone. So every character is capable of doing things alone, but if you play with friends, if you play with someone else, you can combine these abilities and you can achieve things that you cannot achieve if you play solo.
And we have different enemies, but also some environmental hazards. For instance, here there are some mines. These mines explode when they are near our players, but can be used also to defeat enemies. So using the environment to your strength will be something to take into account.
Yeah.
Also, here we see some chests that we can find in the level, which is interesting. So exploration is also a part of Killsquad.
Yeah, right now we are in Wasteland 7. It's like our desert wasteland planet. And there's not a storyline per se in this game, because we have a contract system that allows you to pick a contract and do a mission in some planets. But we have some environmental storytelling, we have some story in these planets and these characters that you can explore and learn about and discover.
And right now we have seen what is upgrading your character. As you progress through the mission, you gain XP and you level up. And at certain levels you can choose different kind of upgrades. So this is, in this case, more like a MOBA type of progression, in which you can upgrade some of your abilities as you progress through the experience.
Although I have to say that the MOBA word is a bit forbidden in this.
Yes, indeed.
Because it's not a MOBA, really. It's an action RPG, it's a PvE game, but it has this MOBA-like system of progression, that in every contract you start at level 1 and you keep progressing during this contract. But when you finish the contract, you go back to level 1. So what you're progressing is not the level of your character, but the level of your equipment. The equipment you will be looting, and you will be leveling your equipment.
Yes. And here we have reached our first point of this mission, the antenna. We have to protect this antenna and keep in the range of its radius. And enemies will appear, of course. So you have to defeat all the enemies in order to be able to survive. So keeping inside of the antenna, charge the bar up at the top, and defeat the enemies.
See, you have to be careful, because sometimes you get a little bit frenetic and you want to defeat all the enemies before they reach the antenna. And it's not a good thing to do, because then the antenna will not charge up.
Indeed.
So,
and something interesting is that Killsquad, you have 3 different kind of health. The first one is
yes.
the white one, it's regular health. The other one is the blue one, the shield, which Cass have. It's a health that regenerates over time when it's not taking damage. So very effective for going in and out quickly. And finally we have the yellow health, which what we call armor, which is a health that has the double of potency of usual health. So enemies will have armor, and of course there will be some weapons that are also more effective against armor.
Yeah, you can also have armor in your characters if you equip the right gear. And you can heal this armor with medpacks, but it will not regenerate.
We also have a special kind of armor, which is Cosmos Passive Overshield, which is the yellow bar below its health bar. That it's an armor that regenerates every time Cosmos hits an enemy. So first, when Cosmos hits enemies, it creates Overshield, and when it is hit, the Overshield goes down first. So this allows Cosmo to be able to be very aggressive with its enemies, as attacking will also regenerate Overshield.
Yeah, here we can see how they are decimating some Ariseas, and these, what's it called?
Yes, the Noragi are the range enemies. And also...
Dolem here.
Yes, we also have some kind of elite enemies. These enemies are the same as regular enemies, but they are stronger. They do more damage, and sometimes they have special abilities. In this case, this Dolan has a fire upgrade, which will make columns of fire appear from the ground. So it's very important when you see a red area to dodge, because it means that there will be damage there. And also choosing your upgrades will be a very interesting way to customize your character, being able to choose how different abilities works. For instance, Cosmo can take an ability that will give his dash another attack. So it will change how you play.
Yeah, pretty much. And now they are completed the event.
And at the end of every event, there will be a door that you can unlock and progress through the level. And now also the ultimate abilities unlock. When you reach level 6, as you know, you can choose between 2 abilities and you can upgrade what you want.
And here they are buying some upgrades from this vendor.
Yes, the vendor sometimes appears at the level, but the currency that accepts the vendor is DNA, and you get DNA by defeating enemies. In this video, our players unfortunately had no enough DNA to buy an upgrade, but these upgrades are temporal upgrades that can be used only during this mission. But there is also another thing that you can do with DNA if you don't want to buy. Isn't that right?
Yeah, you can, if you feel brave and confident, you can not spend your DNA, and at the end of the round it will be exchanged for money. So yeah, the vendor is optional, totally, completely optional. It's not a thing like, oh, I need to spend this DNA. No, you can keep it and then exchange it for money.
Yes, and here we see a lot of mines, but in Killsquad there are a lot of different kind of events. For instance, sometimes you have sky lasers or even turrets that appear in the map. So keep an eye for different kind of things appearing when you play.
Yeah, this kind of events diversify a bit your playthroughs. And we have to say that this map you're seeing here, it's generated
Procedurally, of course.
procedurally. So every experience will be different in Killsquad.
Yes, and talking a bit about other characters, for instance, Troy, one of his abilities is marking the enemies. So marked enemies will be able to be shot using the execution ability. But choosing some upgrades, those marks can also be used by their allies, for instance, to do more damage to the enemies. And now we are finally reaching our boss.
Here he goes. Halloran. So Halloran is one of our bosses, and he's very mean, as you see, and very big. And you will need to you will need to have a high gear to be able to defeat it.
A lot of Halloran attacks are area of effect attacks, and also Halloran spawns mines. So being able to dodge everything will be a really important thing if you want to survive Halloran.
Yeah, well, you can always play Cosmo and absorb all the damage with your overshield.
Yes, of course. But you have to keep in mind that this is the E3 demo.
Yeah.
In the end game, the different kind of damage numbers and everything will be balanced. And being an early access, we want this to keep with the community to be able to receive feedback and see how everything goes.
Yeah, definitely in the final game, this boss will be way more difficult than that it is now.
While Halloran is doing its whirlwind, it is very little vulnerable to normal attacks. So you have to use the mines in the environment in order to stop it spinning everywhere.
Yeah, and then he will get stunned, as he was a few months ago, and you will be able to unleash all your attacks on him.
And finally, once you defeat the boss, a chest awaits you.
Yeah, this is a game based on loot. You will have loot at the end of every level, and it's the core of your progression system.
Yes, and at the end of the level, an MVP is chosen based on the performance of the game. In this case, it was Cass. But healing, reviving, not dying, doing damage, these are all different kind of things that affect if you will be or not the MVP.
Here we can see how all the DNA is exchanged for credits. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's a short contract on Killsquad, or E3 contract, and I hope you guys enjoyed it.
We hope that you will have fun playing Killsquad and trying all of our different characters, as every one of them is very different and quite interesting.
Yep.
Well, if you like Killsquad, the game is coming out this summer. Make sure you add us to your wishlist on Steam, so you will be notified when the game comes out.
If you like this video, subscribe to our channel. We will be uploading new content soon. And if you have any questions about the game, we will be happy to answer them on the comment section below. We'll see you guys on the Outer Reach.